What's up, guys? It's Chad here with G-Reviews, coming to you from my driveway again today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a G-Review subscriber, thank you for returning. I have something big planned for you guys. The vehicle that's behind me is on the chopping block. I need some participation from everybody who's viewing this. If you could, please leave a comment in below and tell me what you guys think. I plan on getting a 2020 truck. I have a specific set of guidelines and things I want in the truck, and I want you guys to help me pick out the best truck for me. I'm going to go over the features on this that I want to have on the new truck, and then I'm going to go over what I want in the new truck, and then I'm going to tell you all the ones that I'm looking at, and you guys can please help me tell me what your guys' experiences are with these trucks and help me decide on which one I should get right now. Here is a list of all the creature comforts I'm hoping to get on the new truck, starting from the outside. Alright, proximity keyless entry. Obviously you keep the key fob in your pockets. You can unlock and lock from just the handle itself. That's a great feature, something I wish is on the truck I'm getting. I got small kids. It helps when you're carrying a kid or carrying groceries and you just want to come up here, open the door real quick. Alright, on the inside, something else. You got memory seats. This particular vehicle has two different memories. You can have one for me, one for my wife. That's all I really need at this point. Very nice. Alright, I'm looking for some dark gray or black leather seats. These particular ones on my 4Runner here are heated and cooled, which is very nice. Something I really am hoping to get on the new truck. Alright, so on the inside, this particular vehicle, it has built-in satellite navigation in a touchscreen. Something I'm hoping to get. This also does have dual zone climate control. Nice for me and the wife again. Alright, on this it does have USB port, auxiliary, and a jack. I'm hoping to get a little bit more than that on the truck. And obviously my wife definitely likes having the sunroof or moonroof, whatever you want to call it. I know some trucks these days have the panorama sunroof. It doesn't matter. It'd be nice to have. I really don't care one way or the other. And another thing, guys, is that I'm not brand loyal or brand specific. I grew up in a Ford Chevy household, alright, and as you can see I have a Toyota behind me. So I'm not brand loyal to Ford, Chevy, Ram, Toyota, Nissan, or anything in between, okay? So anybody who's like, oh yeah, Ford sucks, Chevy sucks, Ram sucks, that's good. Please just tell me why and what you think about it, okay? Like I said, not brand loyal. It's my first truck purchase. Alright, I have compiled a list of all the wants that I would like to have on my truck. Here's the list right here. I want it to be a crew cab. I want it to have a 4x4 with a low range transfer case. Tow at least 10,000 pounds. No chrome. I want it to have an optional or standard 6-foot plus bed. I want it to have LED headlights, if preferable, all LED lights exterior. Proximity keyless entry. Tow mirrors, leather seats so they're heated and cooled. Memory driver seat. We got touchscreen with built-in satellite navigation. AC vents in the rear. Apple CarPlay. Parking sensors front and rear, sonar cruise control with emergency braking, plenty of cup holders, plenty of AC, DC charging ports with USBs, under rear seat storage, and a gas engine. Those are the wants I would like, and you guys please help me, all the trucks I look at, please help me decide. This is the first truck on my list. These trucks are not in any particular order or brand. They're kind of going by maybe price. So this is one of the lower priced trucks that I'm looking at. And here it is. That's scrolling up. It is the 2020 Chevy Silverado 1500 Trail Boss Edition. Specifically with the 6.2 liter. Okay, for this year's first year you could get the 6.2. When the Trail Boss package first came out, all you could get it in was the 5.3. That took the max bumper pull towing on that particular truck to 9,500 pounds. So with the 6.2, it puts it well over, I believe it's like 11,000 pounds, maybe a little bit more. So there's that. I kind of like it right here in this silver color. That's a great color. And again, the one they're showing in these pictures is the, not the LT package. It's a little bit lower model. All right, let's scroll down here. Big things on this truck. The 6.2 liter is pretty much a reworked Corvette engine. It's got 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, and made it to the new 10-speed transmission. I mean, it's a pretty sick combo with that power and the 10-speed. Here we go. It looks like it's going to be towing somewhere around 12,000 pounds. All right, so there's that. Again, it's hitting some of the things. The crew cab, the four-wheel drive. It's got actually a lift from factory, which is very nice. It's got Goodyear Wrangler dirt track tires, which are again good off-road tires. No chrome. Maybe the emblems have a little chrome on them, but you can easily take care of that. I mean, this is just another picture of it. That's a nice blue color. As you can see, it's got the black wheels, which are very nice. No chrome again. Very good looking front end. It's got LED headlights. So it's hitting a bunch of the boxes that I've been trying to check. And here's just the Chevy website. The LT Trail Boss right here with the 6.2 and 10 speed starts at $52,890. So again, not a cheap truck, but in this list it's actually kind of on the lower end. So we're going to go from here on to the next truck. Next truck up is a 2020 Ram 1500 with the Rebel package. Actually, it is a Rebel. It's a whole nother trim level that Ram offers. This truck right here, I think it looks really good. Alright, there's no chrome on this. You have silver on it in the front a little bit. Barely. You have silver and black wheels. Very nice. With this truck, I'd be looking at it with the 5.7 Hemi. Again, this particular truck has a new crew cab with a ton of space in it, flat load floor, very nice. If you've been following anything with trucks, you know Ram has a brand new interior, started with the 19s. You can get it up to a 12-inch screen on it, which is very nice. And with the 19s, they came out with the panoramic sunroof, which is nice. This particular model doesn't have the ability to get a longer bed. It's got the standard 5.5 foot, 5.7 foot bed. Whatever have you. With that 5.7 Hemi, it can tow somewhere in the neighborhood of 11,000 pounds. All these trucks, when I say in the neighborhood, pretty much if you spec it real low, you don't get all the biggest, most expensive stuff in there. It pretty much decreases weight. So if you're adding the Ram boxes, etc., it actually lowers the towing because of the extra weight. So I'm just going to ballpark it. You can look it up. Ram obviously has a lot of motors for this truck. You can get a new 3-liter diesel, but with this truck, like I said, 5.7, comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Like I said, it's a nice contender for all the stuff I'm looking for. Here's a photo of the interior. It's, like I said, probably the best interior going right now. Alright, over here, this blue right here, Hydro Blue, it's a gorgeous truck. I've seen only one in person, and it's a head turner. It's a beautiful blue color. Here's another picture, just it in the silver, which again, I like silver. My outgoing 4Runner is silver, so kind of partial to that color. But again, Ram markets this truck as a nice off-road vehicle. They can still tow, which is great. And over here on the Ram site, if you see this, the Rebel with the 4-wheel drive, the crew cab 5.7 box, starting at $48,240. So a little bit less than the Trail Boss we just looked at. But both of those, both this and the Trail Boss, you can spec it to about $65. So again, you can get it to be pretty pricey. Alright, on to the next truck. Next truck is the 2020 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Now, at face value, I'm kind of partial to the Tundra just because I'm coming from a 4Runner. And if anybody follows anything that has to do with vehicles, you know Toyota is pretty much top tier for reliability and quality. Same thing with the Tundra. They haven't changed pretty much any drivetrain components in years, since probably 07, I believe. And this TRD Pro is The only thing they really changed is colors, maybe the headlights. They put in a brand new, a little bit bigger, you know, N-Tune system in there, a little bit bigger screen, and that's about it. They've changed up the shocks and the struts. That's pretty much it. Alright, but on this one, okay, the new TRD Pro, not really a whole lot to say other than you're just buying a very good, well-built truck that probably won't give you any problems whatsoever. And I think Toyota just recently had a Tundra with 1,000,000 miles on it. 2.5-inch internal bypass dampers. It's Fox branded, TRD tuned. Let's go down here. This is one of the 3 colors you can get this year. It's a pretty much army green color. They have it in white and black. I think Toyota drops the ball on the colors for the TRD Pro because I really like the Voodoo Blue from last year. I wish whenever they added a new color, they would just add it and keep it for that model run until they change the models. So let's scroll down here. It's got the same 5.7 liter V8 with 381 horsepower, 401 pound-feet of torque. I mean, it's no slouch. It tows about 9,500 pounds. 0 to 60 on it looks like right here 6.4 seconds. So it's not at 15 seconds in the quarter mile. It's not a slow truck. It's not bad. However, the only problem with this truck is I've looked it up on Fuelie. Pretty much all the trucks I'm showing, I'm looking at, this actually gets the worst gas mileage, okay? And we're going to be going to some 3/4 ton size trucks here shortly, and these still, the Tundra still gets worse gas mileage than those. Now all you're going to say, well, why don't you just wait until the new Tundra comes out? Well, I've heard the new Tundra is coming out with a twin turbo V6, and we all know how the EcoBoost has treated its customers pretty poorly. I know some people have great luck with them, but a lot of people are having all sorts of problems. I have multiple neighbors that have had blown 3.5s from Ford, so I'm not really sure. If I was to get one, I'd get the last model year with the 5.7. Alright, on to the next truck. Well, hold on. We got some pictures here. Again, here's that nice army green color. It's a great looking color. I personally wouldn't get it. It's just, I don't know, like I said, I like the Voodoo Blue from last year. Let's see here. Starting MSRP on the TRD Pro crew cab is $48,655. Alright, so it's right in line with the other ones. The only thing with the TRD Pro from Toyota is that it maxes out in the mid-50s. So you're going to get all the bells and whistles that Toyota has to offer, which again isn't like, you know, mind-boggling, but you can get a top-of-the-line truck for mid-50s, which is pretty nice. Alright, on to the next truck. Next on the list is going to be the 2020 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4. Now, this is very, very similar to the first one we looked at, the Chevy Trail Boss. The benefits to the AT4 is a lot of the things that Chevy left out with their Trail Boss they put into the AT4. And when I mean left out, I'm talking about more like creature comforts and actual physical, you know, drivetrain components. Now, still on the Trail Boss, you still can't get the 3-liter diesel if that's what you're looking for. You have to go to the AT4 to get the diesel as of now. But again, the AT4, when it first came out, it had the 6.2, and the Trail Boss only had the 5.3. So now in 2020, you can get that 6.2 on both trucks. Things that you get over the Trail Boss would be like navigation, heated and cooled seats. You can't get that heated, or you can get the cooled part on the Trail Boss. Memory seats. There's a host of other little things here and there. But for the most part, the numbers are going to be the same. The engine choices, the towing, everything's going to be the same. It's the same cab. You're just pretty much paying for the, you know, the updated name and a few extra fancy things. So again, you can get the same engines. It's got the same towing numbers. You still get that awesome 6.2 with the power. And obviously it looks a little bit nicer, more upscale on the inside. The instrument cluster's digital, and the other one it's all analog. Kind of looks like a couple generations ago Chevy. However, here's, you know, you can get it with the off-road, the 18s with the off-road tires, or you can get it with the larger 20s with a little bit more all-terrain style. Try not to get the AT4 2500 confused on here, but I'm pretty sure I showed you just 1500s. And again, it doesn't have, it's got a little bit more of that chrome look, a little bit more upscale, but still I like it. Anything that's chrome on here you can easily get rid of. A little bit of plastic dip or something on there. And when you go to the GMC website, the AT4, you know, with the 6.2 and the 10 speed starts at 57. Okay, so when you spec an AT4 all the way up, it's going to be pushing about 70,000. Again, that's for a 1500 with the gas motor. The funny thing is, if you want the Baby Duramax, the 3-liter, the starting prices are exactly the same, which is kind of nice. You know, both motors are going to be great. So it all depends on what you want. All right, on to the next truck. Next up on the list, we're jumping up to a 3/4 ton truck here. It's going to be the 2020 Ford F-150 with the Tremor package. This truck is not an actual trim level, it is just a package. Alright, the big news this year is going to be the Tremor package with the 7.3 liter Godzilla V8. Alright, this particular motor is an old school pushrod V8, no turbos, no fancy trickery. It's supposed to be just a nice reliable engine. I have a feeling that this is going to be replacing that 6.8 liter V10 going in the future with motorhomes. That's what they're kind of marketing it for. They're making it for commercial use, and they happen to be putting it in the F-250 this year. It's 430 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque. The thing with this Tremor package that's supposed to be outselling some other trucks that are on this list is the fact that you can get this off-road package with the diesel or the gas. The next truck on this list is another 2500 from another manufacturer that only can get the gas. We'll go over that shortly. But obviously on this truck, the sky's the limit with towing. With the gasoline engine, it's probably going to be towing somewhere in the neighborhood of 14,000 pounds. Obviously the suspension on this Tremor is off-road tuned, so you're going to be losing just a little bit on towing, a little bit on payload, because it's going to be a little bit more compliant. So those numbers may vary. Again, you can get the Tremor package on the XLT and up. So the XLT with a lot less features is going to be able to tow and haul more than the Platinum with all the bells and whistles. So that's just how it is. Alright, again, it's a very nice looking truck. You still have the same carryover interior and cabs for 2020. 2021 F-150 is supposed to be getting an all new redesigned interior and exterior, and normally the F-250 350 is about a year behind, so we're not probably going to see a new interior on this one until about 2022. Alright, on to a couple pictures here. I like the Velocity Blue, very good looking. Here's another one of it coming down some rocks. This is a little bit darker. I believe this is blue jeans, but that looks like a Platinum model with the grill. And as you can see, again, like I said, something that I'm not looking for is a bunch of chrome. So the Tremor package, solely in itself, looks like that. Okay, it's got the off-road suspension, the 35s, the lift. But if you just get like an XLT or a Lariat, something like that, you just get the Tremor package, you're still going to have the chrome front ends, which is just mind-boggling to me, and the chrome door handles. You have to upgrade to the actual Sport package just to switch off for the black front ends and the color match everything with the LEDs. Alright, so in doing that, you have to get two packages. Each of those packages is about $3,500, give or take. One's 4 and one's like 3. Again, I built one on Ford because it's not an actual trim level truck, it's just a package. So as you can see over here, the Tremor off-road package is $39.75, so $4 grand for that. And then just to get all the, let's say take off the Sport package, alright, it looks the same, but you have all the chrome. So you're pretty much paying $4,300 just to color match and black it all out. To me, that's a little pricey, but to get, like I said, as close to the truck that I'm looking for, the starting price on that is $63,885. and that's not including any of the other packages or options. That's just for the Lariat truck and those 2 packages, and that's it. Alright, on to the next truck. The next truck here is pretty much going to be a direct competitor with the Tremor, the last truck I just showed. Alright, again, this is going to be the 2020 Ram 2500 Power Wagon. Okay, the Power Wagon has been I'd say an underrated truck for so long, although anybody who owns one is going to tell you it's a great truck. Now, it hasn't really done a whole lot of changing as far as engines and things go, but for 2019 it did go from a 6-speed to an 8-speed ZF transmission. It's pretty much the same transmission that's in the Ram Rebel from a few trucks ago. It's just a little bit beefed up for the 6.4 liter instead of the 5.7. Alright, scrolling down, I mean, it's a great looking truck here. It's only going to be coming with, like I said, the 6.4 liter V8. That's good for 410 horsepower, 429 pound-feet of torque. Again, like I said, this truck can tow in the neighborhood of 10,500 pounds, which again meets my requirements. The reason why it's a little bit lower than the Tremor is that the Power Wagon takes the off-road to the max as far as what Ram did to it. Ford just put on a little bit, softer shocks. Ram actually went through and put off-road Bilstein shocks, and they took off the heavy-duty leafs and put in 2-inch lift leafs that are off-road specific. So it's going to be much, going over bumps, you're not going to feel it. It's going to be nice and plush and squishy on the road, which is nice for going long distances. When you hit a pothole, it's not going to bounce you off the seat. Not saying the Tremor will, but this truck takes a little bit to the next level, and that's why the towing is a little lower than the standard 2500. Here we go. We got the 12-inch screen. Again, Ram's the first one to come out with this 12-inch screen. Next year, F-150 is coming out with a 12-inch, but it's going to be horizontal or oriented instead of vertical. So we're going to put that up, up against each other in upcoming reviews. But again, it's got the new, the turn knob for the transmission. Take it or leave it. What makes this truck so special? It's got front and rear locking differential. It's got the sway bar disconnect. It's got a 12,000 pound Warren Xeon winch. It just has everything that an off-road vehicle should have. So instead of buying a standard truck and putting another $3,000 for lifts, tires, and wheels, and then another $2,000 for off-road bumpers, and then another couple grand for a really good winch, yada yada yada, lockers, all that, you might as well just go ahead and buy this truck. Or the Tremor. The Tremor has a locking rear diff. Actually, all the trucks in this list have a locking rear diff, so they're all good for that. Alright, here's some pictures. The silver is beautiful for 2020. The 2500 Power Wagons, you can have the option for all black wheels or black and polished. It all depends on what you're looking for. There's the black and polished wheels. A new color for this year is going to be Hydro Blue. Let me see if I can find a real picture. Here we go. There's a Hydro Blue picture in this picture right here. That's in fluorescent light. It pops tremendously. It's got a flake in it, and here's a more of a actual picture of a truck out in the wilderness. Alright, I like either the blue, the silver, or in this case for the Power Wagon, the red. Alright, the red is a classic Ram truck ever since I saw that movie Twister with that red 2500, or was it a 3500? The main character there had. I like the red on a truck. In that last truck, I like the Velocity Blue or the Billet Silver. Very nice colors. Alright, on the Ram website down here, starting price of the only thing you can get, so yeah, you can't even check this. It has to be 4-wheel drive, and it has to be the crew cab with the 6.5-foot bed. Very nice. Alright, like I said, $53,550, so nowhere near the cost of the Ford Tremor. But maxed out, the Power Wagon is going to hit about $70. maxed out. That Tremor is going to be about 74 with the gas, and it's going to be a neighborhood of 80 plus if you go with the Power Stroke. Alright, on to the next truck. Last but not least on my list of trucks for 2020 I'm looking at to get for you guys and the channel is going to be the 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor. Now, as far as capability, off-road goes, this is going to be more capable for majority of what people are using an off-road truck for than most of the other trucks. As far as truck things, this is actually one of the worst. Now, when I say that, the payload is the least, the towing is the least. This truck's only going to be able to tow 8,000 pounds, and that's with the tow package. So as far as a pickup truck goes, it's not practical. As far as an off-road truck goes, it's going to do most for you. It's got 35-inch tires. It's got the most amount of suspension travel. Obviously, it doesn't have a winch, which no other truck has a winch but that Power Wagon. Okay. Now, as far as power goes, in the V6 configuration, it's going to have the most 450 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque. Made it to that 10-speed automatic that it's had for a few years now. Again, the numbers, it's got 410 gears, front and rear. Same thing with the Power Wagon. The Tremor can get the 410s as well. Alright. Like I said, this is the only truck on my list that's going to be a V6 twin turbo, or V6 anything. It's got the smallest bed, the 5.5 foot bed. You can't get anything bigger than that. But out of all the trucks here, this is the most recognizable, well-known truck you can get. If anybody sees that on the road, kids alike, they're going to know that's a Ford Raptor. Alright, it's iconic. So let's go here and look at some pictures. It checks off a lot of the boxes from the original list that I had. Not all of them. I don't think any truck on this list checks all those, but most of them. Alright, here's some pictures. I like it in the Velocity blue, the Ford Performance blue. It looks good in the Race red. You can get this truck with the standard wheels like you see in this picture here, or the all black color beadlock wheels, which could be turned into real beadlocks if you want. Like I said, this truck has 35s. The Tremor has 35s. Those are the biggest factory tires of the group. Obviously, all the other trucks, you can, mess with the suspension, put a lift on it, put some 35s, 33s. But then again, you're changing, your warranted items, so you might run into some problems. But again, all these trucks, this truck especially looks amazing. Looking on the Ford sites, if you want to, the base starting price of the 2020 Ford Raptor crew cab is going to be $56,440. Okay. Besides the Tremor, that's the most expensive. This truck actually is not the most expensive fully spec'd. That Tremor with the diesel is still going to be more expensive. However, if you follow Raptors, the first 2 to 3 years that this truck, second gen, was out, the dealers were actually having dealer markups over the MSRP, and there was no wiggle room for discounts. In 2019, you started to see dealers sell them at MSRP, and I've known a few people that actually got a few grand off of MSRP for 2019. I don't know anybody that's got any 2020s yet. I think everyone's kind of crossing their fingers for the next gen to come out. So, alright, that's the final truck, and I'm going to go on to my conclusion. That concludes all the trucks that I'm looking at. Now, I need you to please go in the comments below and tell me which truck you think I should get. Tell me what you think and why. I would really like some good commentary to help me out. This is a truck that you guys are going to see on my channel in the future for some reviews, some product reviews, some camping, some overlanding, some towing. So please help me out and give me some good comments. And please to follow the story, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.